Is selling on Amazon in 2018 saturated? Was 2017 the last year? I want to go over this topic because I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of DMs from new sellers and even beginning sellers who are nervous that Amazon may be saturated, that there might not be room for them to make money selling on Amazon. So I want to go ahead and state the obvious. Number one, Amazon is growing. Their growth is exponential. We all know Jeff Bezos just surpassed Bill Gates as the richest man alive. Even though that they are growing, and as well as growing in popularity, that means there's going to be a lot more sellers coming. The more people that learn about Amazon and learn how it can really change your life means there's going to be hordes of Amazon sellers coming in. That's where everybody's getting scared. But I want to let you know, and I kind of want to talk about how, number one, competition can be good. Number two, how to escape that competition. And number three, how Amazon selling is not dead and will never be dead. All right, so I've got some cool info charts for you guys. I want to go ahead and pop them up here and we'll go over these really quickly. Amazon is growing, all right? Right here is the net sales of revenue Amazon has done from 2004 to 2016. All right, now even though this is a little outdated, you can see the exponential growth. You can see the momentum in growth, all right? And this is in billions. So you can see here in 2004 at a little shy of 7 billion, all the way up to 2016, 135 billion, all right? So you're looking at a little over 20x growth in a 12-year period. So they're continuing to grow. Now, with their growth, like I previously mentioned, yes, there's going to be more sellers. Yes, there's going to be more people importing and private labeling product. But what is also going to increase is the amount of volume that consumers are coming to search, all right? Are there more than one person selling a private label product? Yes, there's dozens. If the product is popular, there's pages and pages and pages. There can be hundreds. But there is always a way to differentiate, and like I like to teach on, escape the competition. How do we escape the competition? How do we differentiate? Well, we do that with a various of different methods that I talk about on this channel, and I definitely talk about in depth in my course. There are multiple different ways to differentiate and escape the competition. One of them being bundling. You can bundle products. Another one being variations. You can do color variations, size variations, all right? One of the main ones is going to be advertising. Look at your competition's pages, all right? Look at their product pages, their description, their pictures. Create a better picture, maybe a better listing, better description, etc. There's multiple different ways to escape the competition. Competition can be good. If you look at Dunkin' Donuts, usually you'll find a Starbucks nearby, all right? If you look at wherever you see a restaurant, there's always going to be other restaurants. And you may be asking yourself, how do these other restaurants stay in business? Competition is good, all right? You have to look at it positively and not negatively, okay? What I like to do, especially when getting into a new niche, a new product launch, is I want to look at all the top guys. I want to read their negative reviews. I want to see what they're doing wrong. I want to see what the consumer wants or maybe what the consumer would like to see. I want to see maybe open opportunities that they're not capitalizing on. So for instance, variations. Maybe we're reading the comments and people want more color variations, size variations, maybe different packaging, bundling, cheaper price. You know, you always want to look for a window of opportunity. Now, this video is not going to be too much about that, but I just wanted to hit on that because a lot of people seem to get a misconception about that, all right? So we see that Amazon's growth in the last 12 years is huge. You know, they've got 20x. Here goes the number of Amazon employees from 2007 to 2016. So in about 9 years, you can see they go from 17,000 employees in 2007 to 341,000 employees. Why do they need more employees? That's because there's more phone calls. There's more consumers buying stuff. That means they need more logistics, more distribution centers, okay, more fulfillment centers, more employees to wrap stuff, pick stuff, pack stuff. So when Amazon grows, there is going to be a growth with the amount of users on the platform as well. All right, I really do not see Amazon ever being saturated with private labeling. I've talked about this in the past. The beautiful thing is each and every year There are thousands and thousands and thousands of products coming out in China. They're a year, 2 years ahead of us. So, if you start to go to ASD convention or some of these different conventions that they have around the United States, some are in China, you can really start to see the trending items and the items that are going to be released next year. Like I said, they're usually a year in advance. But there is always going to be new products being released, new opportunities for variations, like I said, etc. Here's the top 10 public companies ranked in the US for e-commerce sales. I read something saying that Amazon was result for 40% of e-commerce sales in 2017, which is insane. All right, but here you can see just from 2016 to 2017 alone, it's went from 38% to 43%, all right? So, I mean, look at this, 149.1 billion to 196.8 billion. You see eBay's right here. eBay has went down about approximately 1%. You can see all these other guys down here, QVC, Costco, Wayfair, Macy's. They're at 1% and less. Walmart is at less than 3%. Apple is at less than 4%, okay? And you see Amazon just has exponential growth. Let's go ahead and make this guy a little bit smaller, and let's pull this last chart up. And I think you guys are gonna really like this chart, especially for all the new sellers that are contemplating starting to sell on Amazon, or the new Amazon sellers who are starting to get worried about if there's going to be a future for them selling on Amazon. This is a pie chart making up the amount of the percentage of Amazon sellers and what their gross numbers are on Amazon annually. So look at this. 39.6% of Amazon sellers are doing between 100,000 and 1 million on an annual basis on Amazon. That's insane. Look at this. 34% are doing between 10K and 100,000 a year. There's room. I have multiple students that have done it. I've seen multiple success stories. The first human nature is when somebody thinks about this, we're accustomed, we're trained from our family and our friends. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with them. They're not good people. But this is the mentality that we perceived and the mentality that we were taught as younger, and that society allowed, especially in school. You go to school, you graduate, you go to college to get a better paying job, or you go to the union, or you work at the mill, all right? And this is what you make. You make 30 to 100,000 a year, and that's it. You have to work 40 hours a week. You have to punch in. You have to be at the job for 8 hours. This is what society has allowed, and this is what everybody's level of thinking has come. So a lot of people that are starting out, what happens is they start to hesitate. They start to overthink, overanalyze. Oh, this can't be true. I can't make $100,000 a year from my home, or from an internet connection while traveling and spending more time with my family. Or I can't make $3,000 a month to supplement income, or supplement maybe my kids' college tuition. I can't do this because I'm not physically at a place working. It can be done. There's thousands and thousands and millions of sellers doing it. Myself, Amazon has changed my life. I went from working $7.25 an hour to doing several $1 million in gross sales on Amazon in a 36-month period. I'm now financially free. I work for myself. I work anytime I need to, as long as I have access to the internet. So I just want to clarify this, and I want to let you guys know, yes, in 2018, Amazon is not saturated. Amazon is not going to be saturated. Now, let me go ahead and just zero in on this one more time. Are there saturated products on Amazon? Yes, there's saturated products on Amazon. Is selling in Amazon saturated? No, absolutely not. The core metrics that I teach is how to find products that sell at least 10 per day, all right, at a $10 profit, which is approximately $100 profit per day. That's $2,800 to $3,000 a month, all right? And we want to look for products with demand that lack supply, that have low competition with good profit margin. That's what I teach in my course. That's the core metric that I teach you guys on this channel, and it can be done, all right? Is there saturated products? Yes. Is there products that if you don't know the proper product research and the proper formula to check to see if your product's seasonal, if your product's trending, if it's saturated, can you get stuck with the product that is hard to sell? Yes, you can. So is there saturated products on Amazon? Yes. Is selling on Amazon saturated? Absolutely not. So I hope this clarifies everything for you guys, and just really stop overanalyzing, stop overthinking. Sometimes when things sound too good to be true, the mind wants to go ahead and find something negative or find something subjective to it. That way it can understand why this is so good. But Amazon, in my opinion, is the best business to start in 2018. I'm not a financial advisor, but Amazon has changed my life. So I know I was gone for a little bit. Q4 was insane. Our business doubled in Q4, so it was insane. I was doing a lot of stuff with daily operations, but get ready for daily uploads, daily live streams, and we're going to be going hard in 2018. So I hope this video found you guys well. If you enjoyed it, please like the video. If it's your first time and you stuck to the end, subscribe. Make sure you have the notification bell clicked. That way you will be notified of my future live streams and new videos, and you can be first to market.